If you're struggling to find deals, buyers, and money during this whole shutdown, then this is a must-watch episode. Ever since the pandemic hit, everything has been shut down, and this has shut down networking. In case you didn't know, networking is the heart of real estate investing. And if you didn't know this, then you're probably not making things happen. In this episode, I'm actually going to share with you not just where you can go to network, but how to do it correctly. All of this and more coming up. This is John Barbera with An Investor's Journey, sharing with you the freshest tips and strategies to help you invest in real estate the right way. In this channel, we share with you all lessons learned as full-time real estate investors, like this video right here. So if you're new, consider subscribing. Just a little heads up, I'm actually doing a live workshop. This is the first time we're actually hosting it ourselves. I'm doing a live workshop to show people how to find and build the right buyers list that's gonna help you if you have issues that you can't afford to do marketing, don't know where to market, don't know what a deal looks like, how to analyze repairs. Building the right buyers list is how you actually get there. So in this live workshop, I'm gonna show you step by step how to build the list, because it's not the size of the list, it's the quality of the list. And I'm gonna share all of this. So check out the link below. Check out that workshop. You're not gonna want to miss it, especially now. I mean, we're getting into the holiday season where everybody's gonna, going into a coma until January. This is the best time to jump on and catch ahead and get all the stuff that you're gonna need to make sure you crush 2021. So check out that link below. I've said this a bunch of times. Networking is how you grow your business. It's how we've grown. It's how we've been able to scale. It's networking. In real estate, it's who you know, who knows you. It's so important to be out networking. But since the pandemic hit, everything has shut down. So you have nowhere to network. And I've created a bunch of videos on how to network properly, but without events out there, there's really not many places that you can actually implement those skills, right? And from what we're seeing, there seems that we might get more lockdowns and more shutdowns as the year progresses, 2021 and everything. So you need to learn this, because you can't just shut down your business because you can't go to networking events. That's not a reason. Now, this is a real problem, or is it? I believe this is a huge opportunity. This is when people who have been actually struggling when it goes to networking events because they're awkward or they don't feel comfortable, this is where you're going to be able to flourish. All right, I'm going to show you networking techniques that we've actually been doing for quite some time, but most people don't realize how to do this correctly. And it's going to blow your mind, the ability and the reach you're going to be able to get. So where can you network? Online. Now, before you turn me off or change the channel, because I triggered something inside of you, please give me a minute to explain, and then you can go wherever you want to go. But we don't get to pick where the attention is. What we have to do is realize where the attention is and take advantage of that and use it to our advantage so we can further grow and expand our business. You understand? So all the attention right now is online because people can't go anywhere. People can't go to networking events. So whether you like it or not, that's where the attention is. So I guess my question to you is, why not use that information to continue to grow your business? Look, if you're still not sold, go ahead, switch over the channel, go watch another video, whatever is gonna help you make sense of why your business is failing, go check that out.
The ducting's bad, the HVAC's bad, the condenser's bad, everything's bad.
What's that gonna cost, like $6 grand?
About 68.
But for everybody else, grab on. So make sure you stick around to the end, as I'm gonna share with you one killer strategy that's gonna put you above everybody else. I'm first gonna cover where exactly online are you gonna be going to network. Then I'm gonna cover how to network correctly using these places. And we're gonna finish off by showing you when you can actually do this, because I know a lot of you are thinking, I don't have the time. I'm very busy. There's for a lot of us, this pandemic hasn't crippled our business. It's made us busier. So when can you find the time to actually implement this? We're going to cover all of that coming up. So where online can you actually do this? Well, there's actually two main places you're going to do this in. Number one, Facebook, everybody's favorite personal data collection agency. That is right. I don't care what your feelings are about Facebook. Facebook is where you have to be, all right? There's 2.7 billion active users monthly on that platform. 2.7 billion active users. This is not people that just created an account and disappeared. No, these are people that are coming back every single month using the platform. It's not an opinion. Again, if the attention is there, that's where you need to be. So Facebook is one of them, but you got to set it up in the right way so you can take advantage of the platform correctly. So let's get into how to set that up. So the first thing you want to do is, if you don't already, create a Facebook profile. You need a Facebook profile, okay? In order to be on Facebook, you got to be on Facebook. So create a profile. Once you have the profile created, what you need to do is convert that profile and convert it into a public figure page, all right? So you're not converting your personal page into a public figure. And the link is going to be below on how to do this. But the reason you want to do this is because, like I've said before, you need to build a brand, right? You need to build a brand about you and your business. And you need to understand that you are the business. So, you know, I've said this kind of joking about a line that Jay-Z has in one of his songs where he says, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, all right? You are the business. And your Facebook public figure page is your business, all right? And I don't care what you think or how you feel about it. You're going to see why this is so important as we move through the steps. But you need to do this, all right? One of the biggest reasons why you need to create a public figure page is so in case you do have your personal profile, you can get rid of all of the cat videos or stuff that's not related to your business. I mean, there's a lot of people that have had their Facebook profile for quite some time, and you've compiled, you know, a large history of maybe your drinking days, maybe doing some dumb stuff. So you don't want that transferred over to when people that you're networking with find that. You understand? When you're networking, you want people to follow you, the person that's networking with them, and land on your business page, not your personal profile. So you want to take that personal profile, convert it to a business page. And in that business page, you keep it business, okay? No rants about your political views, no, you know, funny little cat videos, nothing about how awesome your family is. I mean, you can do a little bit about the family, but really you want to keep it business, all right? You want to stay on brand, on track with what it is that you're looking to get out of it. So you want to make sure you keep it business. You fill out your whole profile, all right? So once you merge it, you want to fill out the About You page to accurately show about you. What is it that you want to portray? So you want to put on there, you know, your whatever information. If you have an email that you'd rather be reached at, a phone number that you'd rather be called at, you don't have to. But, you know, if you make it easier for people to reach out to you, it's easier for people to reach out to you. So you want to make sure you optimize that correctly, right? You can put a banner on the page. You can create one yourself using a site called Canva, C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. It's free, and they even have templates. You can create one, or you can go to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and for like $5, you can have somebody create a really cool one. You want to do that, again, something that goes with your brand, all right? Something it says something about you, it shows something about you in your business in real estate. Don't create something that's random or weird or whatever. It needs to be business professional, keep it business, and fill all that information out. So once you have your profile converted into a page, you optimize the page, you put all the personal information, all the stuff about you, about your business, what you're targeting, what you're looking to do. Now, as the page, you're going to go on Facebook and you're going to start joining groups that are related to what you are interested in. Okay, so you're gonna type in your city and then real estate investing, wholesaling real estate, flipping houses. You can even niche down. You can try to find if they have, like, landlord groups or whatever it is. Try to niche down, but find all the groups and make sure you put your city in there, because you don't want to join a very broad real estate investment group that has, tens or hundreds of thousands of members, because it's just noise at that point. What you want to do is join a group that's local to you and something that's niche, something that, maybe has a couple thousand members in there, because in that group, you're going to be able to actually get a lot more value out of it than something that's too overcrowded. So you want to go in there, you want to search for the city, search for the groups, narrow it down. If you're a wholesaler, look for wholesaling groups. If you're targeting fix and flip buyers, try to find a fix and flip group, flipping group, whatever. Play with different words. See what kind of groups come up. Sometimes Facebook will even recommend groups based on the ones that you like. They're going to recommend which ones to actually get. And then you want to, once you find these groups, you want to request to join them as the page, not as your personal profile, as the page. Because remember, when you join as the page, you're going to interact as the page. So when somebody clicks on your face or on your name because they want to talk to you a little bit more on one-on-one, you want them to go to your business page, not your personal profile. All right, so make sure you do that. So let's back up a little bit. When you're converting it to the page, here's a huge thing that you have to keep in mind is, as you're doing the migrating, it's gonna actually ask you. So if you already had a profile that you've had it for years, it's gonna ask you, do you wanna bring over videos and pictures and all that? I strongly recommend against that for two reasons. One is, unless they are real estate related and they're related to your business, you don't want to bring over the noise that you have on your personal profile. That's the whole point of building the page, is to separate your personal from your business. And two, if you have a lot of content, it's going to take forever for that page to be created, because Facebook migrates it, and I don't understand what happens, but they take forever to do it. And I learned this the hard way. So don't do that. All right. It's going to take you forever to do it, and it's not going to help you in any way. Just create it. When they ask you if you want to transfer photos and videos, say no and start it brand new. And then you can go manually and add the photos, videos, posts, everything. It doesn't matter. You can do that manually, but don't migrate it, because it will take forever for that to get created. Now, the second place that you can go network is biggerpockets.com. A lot of people know about this place. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even use it correctly. So go on biggerpockets.com. If you haven't, create a profile. It's free. You can do a free one. You don't have to pay for it. All right. You don't have to do the paid version or anything. Do the free account. Go to BiggerPockets, create a free account. Do the same thing as their Facebook profile. You can even copy the same information, but fill out your profile. All right. And make sure it's strategic how you're filling out your profile. Don't put, I'm 30 years old. I like long walks on the beach. Nobody cares about your hobbies. All right. I'm 30 years old. I'm getting into wholesaling. I have, I'm really eager to do this. I love real estate. I want to learn everything there is. I want to learn more about flipping. So if anybody, is interested and wants to work with me, I can generate leads, whatever. Be strategic, be specific as to what it is that you can provide. What makes you special? What makes you stand out above other people? And it doesn't have to be experience. It could be just your drive, because you want it that bad. Or maybe, you're in an area that you speak, like in San Antonio, right? We have a lot of Spanish speaker. So maybe you're somebody that's fluent in both languages. That's a perk. So whatever makes you stand apart, whatever you can figure out that it's an advantage that you have, put it in there. Be strategic. Create that profile and put in all that information. Now what you want to do is jump into the forum part. All right. The forum part is where you're going to actually see what everybody's posting, what everybody's talking about, and all of that. That's where you want to be. You want to be in the forums. And then one thing really cool. So in Facebook, you can join groups. Well, in BiggerPockets, what you can actually do is set alerts for keywords. So you can choose what keywords you want to be alerted for. So let's say San Antonio, right? I live in San Antonio, so I want to be alerted when things get posted in San Antonio. right? And you can do a combination of keywords. You can do San Antonio deals, San Antonio wholesaling, whatever it is that you're interested in. You can niche it down, put the keyword. This way, you don't have to just jump in randomly to the forum and kind of just scour through everything. You actually get alerted when those keywords get hit. You get alerted that they've been triggered, and you can go in and see precisely those points. So now you can kind of figure out, spend some time in the forum just to figure out what keywords you actually are interested in, and then use those keywords to set alerts and reminders for you so you can actually jump on when things are hit. So remember, if you're getting value, make sure you hit that like button. So now that we covered where to do it, let's get into how to network in these platforms correctly. The first thing you want to keep in mind when you're networking in these platforms is you want to focus on bringing value. All right. I want you always thinking about bringing value. How can I bring value to these people, whatever they are, whoever they are? This does not mean that you're going to jump on there and start selling whatever it is. You know, oh, I buy houses cash as is. Yes, you and everybody else. That's just noise you're throwing into the platform that's not valuable to absolutely anybody. You understand? You got to bring value. You got to think about bringing value. And the way you do this is you want to engage with people. So as people are posting things, you want to make sure you're engaging with their posts, right? If it's a question, maybe a wholesaler posts a question, and it doesn't mean that you need to be a pro when you're answering. It just means that you have to or should give your 2 cents regardless of what those 2 cents are, right? Maybe somebody's asking a question about marketing, and yeah, maybe you're not that good at marketing, but you can give your opinion. You can give your experience. Maybe your comment is more of like, yeah, I agree, marketing is tough, so I'll be following this this thread and see, you know, if anybody gives any great ideas. To many people, that's like, well, what's the point? I could just follow it. Again, the whole point of why you want to be networking online is eyeballs. If people don't know you and they don't know that what you do and what it is, then you don't exist to them. How is anybody going to work with you? If people don't know you exist, they're not going to work with you. So the more you engage, the more you participate, the more you are in people's minds. Hence, why we do what we do with these shows, right? I'm putting out so much value, so much content, so much information, because the more people know us, the more people know about us, the more deals we can get, the more business we generate. Does that make sense? So you gotta give value. This is how you build your brand. This is how you build your credibility. And this is not just for wholesalers. I mean, if you're a flipper looking for deals, if you're a landlord looking for rental properties, if you're looking for lots to build, this is for everybody. If you can bring in some value, even if a wholesaler is asking a question, if you can bring them some value, they're going to remember you the next time they get a deal. You understand? So even if you're a pro in your experience and you know your stuff, share that knowledge. All right? Don't try to hoard it to yourself. It's not going to make you any more richer or any more valuable. You know, share it. Show people that you know what you're talking about. You know, show them what it is that you know of what you're talking about. You know, that you know about flipping houses, that you know about rentals. That's why and how we've been able to partner on so many deals, is people know that we know how to rehab a house. So whenever they have a flip or a project that they want to start learning how to rehab, they reach out to us and they partner with us on that. Does that make sense? So this is not just for people starting off. This is for any experience level. This is how you network. Number 2, you must participate. All right. Joining a group, just being on Facebook is not enough. It's not enough. You're just there. This is the same as when people go to a networking event and they sit in the corner. You understand? What is the point? Why are you even there? You have to participate. You have to jump on. You have to be able to, you know, as people are commenting, posting stuff, put your 2 cents on everything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, again, it doesn't have to be an opinion of, you know, well, this is a fact or this is a great strategy. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be you being in there, creating small talk, creating dialogue with people. You understand? Because the more people see you, the more people see you engaging, interacting, participating, the more people are going to know you. More eyeballs on you, more deals for you. So you gotta participate. Number 3, a great way to participate is, besides commenting, engaging, and talking to people, is ask questions. And maybe you're saying, well, I don't have any questions that I have to ask. That's fine. Think of engaging questions that maybe you can ask. So one of the recent ones that I actually just did was, as wholesalers, what formula do you use to estimate repairs? Why am I asking that? I don't need a formula. I know how to estimate my repairs. But the reason I'm asking that is because I keep seeing so many wholesalers bring us deals that make no sense at all when it comes time to the repairs. They're off by sometimes 100% on what the value is, on what the amount of repairs that it needs. And this is an astronomical amount. You understand? Like, you can check out the video up here that I'm going to link on the 2 houses that we pretty much just walked away from because they were way off on everything. And we submitted offers anyway, but way off. So I created that issue into a question to create some engagement. You understand? So now I'll probably get some wholesalers that are going to tell me how they formulate it. You understand what formulas they use. 1, it's going to help me understand what it is that they're using. And 2, it's going to help me further give back to them by saying, hey, that doesn't always work out. You should not have a formula because every property is different. What you should have is a good buyer's list where you can actually understand how buyers look at properties and understand how to properly evaluate a repair and evaluate a property. So now I'm giving value to them. I'm teaching them. I created engagement. More and more people are seeing me. And my target is wholesalers because I need more deals. So I'm thinking about questions that's going to get the people that I'm looking for to engage with me. That way I'm in their mind. So I hope this is making sense. These are the things that you got to think about is how can I stay in front of them? How can I get more attention on me that's going to help me get what I need out of this? So now you're wondering, okay, John, I get it. This is great. But when is it that I can do this? I am so happy you asked. So let me ask you, when was it that you would go to these networking events when we used to have networking events? All right. Those are the days and the times that you can do this in. It's no different. Well, I mean, it's a big difference, right? You don't have to sit through these dry ass, presentations or sales pitches by whoever put the event together with, but you can do the same thing. Just put it in your head. Hey, I have a networking event today at 6:30. Today at 6:30, you go sit, anywhere with a drink that, sit in your office, go to your patio, whatever, get a drink, pretend you're at a networking event and open these platforms and start networking. All right. Open these platforms and start engaging with people. Now, this is tremendously better, in my opinion, than going to networking events because 1, you don't have to go for 3 hours, right? You don't have to go until whatever the presentation's over. That way you can talk to people. Like, you're there, you're networking. It's networking the whole time. You can probably do this 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you can probably get a hell of an amount of networking done. And you can actually network. If you used to be that person that was intimidated or scared to talk to people and engage and do that face-to-face thing, well, this is through text, through writing things in. Nobody needs to see you. You understand? You don't have to have that fear anymore. All you have to do is just give your 2 cents and put your opinions on there. And you don't have to worry about being wrong because nobody is right. All right? Everything is open to interpretation. Everybody has their way of doing it. All you have to do is participate. You got to just jump on there and just take action on it. The great thing too is that you don't have to speak to people you don't want to. One of the biggest problems I always had when I would go to networking events is sometimes we would get kind of hounded by the people we didn't really want to be speaking to. And it would just get really annoying. It's that person you see across the room. You're like, crap, it's you again. And they're making their way towards you and you're making your way on the other side of people trying to avoid them. You don't have to do any of that now, right? You can choose who you engage with, who you network with, who you talk to, who you comment on. So you don't have to sit through any of that. You don't have to put up with any of those things. And maybe take some breaks, right? Schedule some breaks throughout your day where you're saying, today, at this time, I'll take 20 minutes to do this, 30 minutes to do that. But here's a huge warning that I want you to keep in mind. When you start this, all right, when you start networking, that you're going to jump on Facebook or you're going to jump on BiggerPockets, I want you to set an alarm for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you want to spend. I want you to set an alarm. Why? Because you can go down the rabbit hole, pick your head up 2 hours later and be like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? You understand? Because after like 20 or 30 minutes of you networking, it kind of becomes just more, oh, that's interesting. Oh, look at this, look at that. And you get sidetracked and you're no longer networking. You're just kind of killing time. All right. So in order to help you not kill time, make sure you set an alarm. Set an alarm. If you say, hey, I want to jump on, I have 20 minutes because then I got to get back to doing what I was doing. Set an alarm, 20 minutes. When that alarm rings, it's going to snap you out of it. Finish up whatever you're doing and close the platforms. All right. There's no reason why you should be addicted to these things and where it should be just draining your time. Set an alarm, take control. Ready for that bonus tip? All right. This is a powerful, powerful strategy. So listen up. This is very, very crucial. If you find somebody that you are in these groups and this one person, you're like, man, this person stands out. Maybe it's a wholesaler you want to be working with because you feel they have it, or an investor you want to start wholesaling to, or maybe a money lender that you want to work with. Well, I want you to do this. I want you to take the extra step and message this person privately. That means that you click on their name, you open up their profile, and you see if they have a business page or personal page, whatever. If they have a personal page, do a friend request and become friends, but you don't need to wait for that. Just hit the message and start a message with them. Start interacting one-on-one and building that connection with them. All right. I want you to start working and nurturing that relationship. While it's important for a lot of people to know you, it's even more important for you to nurture the right relationships and the right connections. This way, if you're working with maybe a buyer that you want to be selling to and stuff like that, then you want to make sure that, they're always keeping you in mind and helping you out, so you understand where you should be marketing for deals, at what price points. You want to nurture these relationships. If you're looking for wholesalers, right? Nurture a relationship with that wholesaler, so next time they get a deal, instead of them blasting it out to a shit ton of people, they can just bring it to you and you get it done much quicker and better for everybody, right? So build that relationship, nurture that. This is something that's going to help you stand above everybody else, because not everybody's taking this extra step. Some people, if they do anything, they might comment on a post. That's it. Not many people are taking that extra step to start that dialogue, to start that conversation, that back and forth with people, and nurturing and building a relationship. Every time we need a deal, I already have relationships built with wholesalers that I like to work with, that all I got to do is I just message them. I message them, hey, I'm still looking for deals and everything. I want to be on top of mind for them. So next time they get a deal, they're like, oh, that's right, he just called me. You understand? So take this extra step. This is a killer strategy. This will work and it will put you above everybody else. If you're a wholesaler that's struggling to do any level of marketing and generating leads, maybe you can't even afford marketing, you don't know where to market, what a deal even looks like, then check out the free masterclass I created that's going to show you an insane strategy that's going to explode your business regardless of where you are. Even if you don't know what the heck you're doing as a wholesaler, this one strategy is going to blow your mind. The class is completely free. The link is below. Click it, check it out. And if you want more training and more useful tips and everything on real estate investing, check out this video right here, as we share so much of what we do step by step and everything. And if you're getting immense value for this, I will greatly appreciate it if you share it with somebody that you feel will get the same amount of value by watching this. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.